Welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Having Havoc, and we're here, possibly, might finish Danganronpa 1 story. Let's see if we can finish it today. If not, we'll have one more episode of the main story, so that later, when all the parts are published, I can make a playlist for you to follow down in the comments. To watch. So they're all collected into one, and then I can try and put that on my channel. So here we go. But creating a shelter was also his single biggest mistake!
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
They let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... Oh, great. Hangman Gambit, my least favorite game. Oh, I get it. I got it now. There we go. The most simplest one.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Oh yeah, and you killed your sisters. That's great. Oh yes, that's treasuring. You even killed your own sister. That's so great!
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
You mean Sakura?
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Truth? Full of despair? That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other together.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Here's my stuff like, I would laugh, but this is very dire, so I won't right now.
We get it! We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
You did kill someone. You killed Mukuro of Monokuma. So you technically did kill someone.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then...
Ah, yes. The rule is, if any of you survivors, not me the mastermind, you will be punished. But if every one of you votes for despair, then I will be the only one who dies.
I'll Consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean, we'd
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Wow, that's right.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me?
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
Junko's not pleased.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Time to fight. Alright, got it.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There's no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on the bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair. So clearly there's no hope left in the world, but if despair's cages, as you say, then so is hope. Well, you fail hope to find Venus hope instead, everyone else.
We won't give up as long as there's hope. If I were to die, that would be the end.
Don't lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. Yeah! But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way,
The air outside is tough. The only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifier.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's people.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the arrow's the only reason is thanks to the air.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all.
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die,
in other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now!
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Yeah, right.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words,
the communal life you've all... I can keep on living! All of you you'll have to go into the world outside. We're all...
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die?
Don't lose hope now!
Kyoko, don't lose hope, man!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook, and you listen to the music. It's the opening theme. I like it. I like this so far.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. So unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Lame, 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 lame.
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Tab key, tab key.
Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your idiocy ends here. You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
Final strike.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your memories. Despair into nothingness.
Oh, crap. The victory is successfully complete. With despair in your hearts, you know what time it is. Are you ready? This punishment time.
Is this really...
No, I just wanted to listen to the
I
thing.
refuse to give up yet!
Yeah, I want to listen to the whole thing. Sorry. I only messed up because I want to hear Junko speak, because on the other one, I have to do the speaking. Here we go.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your idiocy ends here. You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
Despair into
Hope keeps on going!
There we go. Sorry. Last time I have to do listen to what Junko had to say. There we go.
I refuse to give up! I refuse to get bored! I refuse to throw it all away! I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward!
going on? What's happening?
Ah, yes. How well did I do? C, C, A, B, B, A, B, C. Woo! And some crap. Thank you. Thank you.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Yes.
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We go on our shiver.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be. Still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair itself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Oh, she likes it. She really likes it. Huh?
So this is despair.
It came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
The most ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I'm so hopelessly desperate. I was born in the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair. The utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so helplessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she? Yeah. Enjoy this?
Anyway,
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? But either way, doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me
Let
repeat
me
myself.
tell you this wrong right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone!
hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease. But
however,
the same is true of hope. All of you, all you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful words causing me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, only despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line to fighting that hope from bitter despair. Now, Matt, will you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question! You interrupted my monologue! I'm almost done though, so whatever. It's so much punishment time, right?
it can't
You
be.
really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want to do now is taste the despair of death. But we only get once more, so...
Don't get in my way!
Okay, guys. The punishment is coming up, and I know you won't be able to see this, because of one thing. YouTube thinks it's the anime came first instead of the game. So you know, the execute you can all be able to watch the execution anywhere else. But I'll have to cut that out because apparently YouTube doesn't like copyright. So here we go.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair. Even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last.
I guess, Junko, let's see. I will be able to see your punishment, but everyone of the viewers will have to look at that punishment somewhere else without my commentary. So,
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
oh yes, our favorite words. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko and Ashima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. The end. Yes, I like to save the game. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye Despair High School. Epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey,
we can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we got it. Up until the moment of her death, it belonged to Junko. In the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is this really it? Is this really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'll let us leave her alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we would take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. Nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'll take my scissors and jab him so hard that... Ah, she's gone now. No. Where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. Leave? We can go outside? Me and Master can get married? a baby? Oh, don't go that far, Toko. Don't go that far.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without any problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
For serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it!
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Oh, I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I'll reach the next stage. Next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes.
Ooh!
Hey, personal space buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto,
Come on, Makoto. Even if so, everyone in the outside world is gone. Even the world is steeped in despair. As long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, but what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading, as long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Still, since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to swing open. Began to open, not swing, open. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair intermingled together, opening the door to the future. We did it! We finished the game! That was really great. That was really enjoyable. Because it's the ending, it's time for my thoughts. I really like the Danganronpa. This is my first time even playing Danganronpa 1, but this was really great. I really like the story, I really like the characters. I like the whole thing, really. But it's time to tell you my favorite. What? You saw me, what? Sorry, I got confused, okay. Okay, so time to tell you all who are my faves. Okay, my favorite characters from this game. I'm gonna go through my list and tell you why as this ending kind of goes. I'll go from bottom to top. No, top to bottom. So my favorite character was Celeste. I really like you have some characters that you really want to survive, and then the actual survivors. I like some of the survivors, but there's some survivors like I'm like, hey, can you give this person the spot? I hated Hiro. Leon and Sayaka are 14 and 15. Like, you don't, like, I'm saying 14 and 15 because, like, we don't really know Leon and Sayaka that well in the main story. And that, like, they all have really, really good reasons to kill somebody. But I didn't like what they did with their characters because we could have, like, we could have killed, like, Yasuhiro. Like, we could have killed another character so we can get more development. But I put Leon above Sayaka because Leon wanted to do self-defense and he wanted to be something else than his ultimate. And I put Sayaka at 15 just because, like, to try to go back to her friends, who means everything to her. No, I don't think that she'll do anything for it. But I know a lot of people are angry because she was trying to free Makoto. But, like, there's a good reason, but I put Sayaka and Leon on the bottom because we don't know that much about them. And then Hifumi. I hated Hifumi. Like, I'm a person who hates perverted characters. Like, you'll see my reactions in 2 and V3 that I hate perverted characters. So, when Hifumi was talking to alter ego, like, haha, hee, I like her. Like, in a computer way, in a different kind of way. I'm like, ugh. But I hate perverted characters. Hifumi's on the bottom of my list. So I'll tell you, like, my other characters, my other top 10 characters once I get through their main stories so you can know how I feel about them. So here we go.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster.
Hi. We tried to do a jump scare, but didn't work. An Easter egg. And we're gonna put it right here. Okay, so before... As you can see with all of this... Well, that was great. So thank you for joining me with the Danganronpa series with the story mode, and I'm glad you are enjoying it so as much as I do. But I'm going to...
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
As you can see, I'm school mode. Danganronpa purely prismatic souls. It's going to be the, like, school, like, it's like island mode, but it's in the school, but it's with the Danganronpa cast. Danganronpa 1 cast. But we will continue, because this is the end of the story, and I'm glad you did this with my journey. I'm so glad for you guys, like, actually watching this series with me, and enjoy my content, and I really like you for that, guys. That means everything to me. Until next time, we will do school mode. Because I really, this game is really enjoyable. So that means we have to do the extras. Like, we really need to do the other stuff. Like, I really enjoyed the story a lot. As I'm going to time to go down, I'm going to show you, like, we missed some things. Like here, we missed a little something. That's one. Oh, out of everything, we missed one of it. which I will go back in the game to do. But thank you guys for joining me on this journey. And then I'll see you guys in school mode. I'll see you all next time, and thank you so much for enjoying my Danganronpa content. Hope you keep enjoying my content as far as it goes. See you all next time. Bye.